With the essential Click 4 collection, Quick Step Livyn floors are quick and easy to lay thanks to the patented unique system. With this handy tongue and groove system, floor panels fit together with a single click, no adhesives required. Before installing any type of Livyn flooring, it's necessary to acclimatize the panels. This is achieved by storing the panels flat in the room you're flooring for 24 to 48 hours, depending on conditions. Throughout this time, the room should be at a constant temperature of 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. Start by assessing the subfloor. If the subfloor is level, which means that any unevenness is less than 2 mm in 2 meters, you can lay the underlay straight onto the subfloor. As well as correcting the unevenness, the underlay will provide damp-proofing and noise reduction. However, if the unevenness is more than 2 mm in 2 meters, an appropriate leveling compound should be applied to the subfloor first. You'll find full details of this process in our subfloor preparation video. Remove the skirting boards. Roll the underlay up to the wall and cut it to size. Be sure to completely remove the plastic foil from the underlay before installing the unique panels. And tape each piece to the one previously laid to keep the underlay in place. Before starting to lay the floor, decide which way the Livyn panels are going to be laid. This is generally parallel to the direction light enters the room. Thanks to the solid and ingenious unique system, panels can be installed in two alternative methods. For the first method, ease the initial panel of each row lengthways into the first panel of the previous row. Hold the panel at a slight angle as you slot the tongue into the groove and gently slide the panel into place. Now slot each remaining panel endways into the previous panel, again holding it at a slight angle to maneuver it. As you do so, you'll find it naturally fits itself lengthways into the previous row. The second way to click unique panels together is to keep them flat and tap them into each other. It's absolutely essential to use the special unique tapping block tool for this method. Do not try to force the panels together with a single hit, as this will damage them. They need to be tapped together gently and gradually. One advantage of Quick Step Livyn unique flooring is that you can start wherever you wish. Here, we're working from left to right, which is the most common way. But decide which way is easiest for your particular location. For the first row, create a dilation joint of 6 mm using spacer blocks along the wall. This space will be covered by a moulding at the end of the installation. Now click the panels together on the short side and put in the spacer blocks. Make sure the panels are perfectly in line with each other. Cut the final panel of the first row to fit and start the second row with the remainder of that panel. Then click the first complete panel of the second row into it lengthwise. This will ensure that your panel stays in line. Use the tapping block on the short side to help panels into place. Be sure to stagger the rows of panels, as this creates a more attractive floor pattern than having panels in straight lines. Once the first and second rows are in place, click the first panel of the next row lengthwise into the second row. Angle the second panel into the short side of the first panel, then slightly fit the second panel of the short connection to click it into place. Now push the panel into the previous row lengthwise. Once enough rows have been laid, you can position yourself on the panels that have already been installed to fit the rest. This allows the panels to be easily pulled together rather than pushed into place. If you can't get at some awkwardly positioned panels, use the horizontal method with the tapping block. You can also tap panels together using a crowbar and hammer when space is limited. For larger floors, put an intermediate expansion joint in place every 13 meters along the length and across the width of the room. Expansion joints are also required around the thresholds and pipes and underfloors. Finally, remove all spacers and install mouldings where possible. Otherwise, fill expansion gaps with caulking. The floor is ready to walk on as soon as it's been correctly installed. In fact, you can walk on the installed section while fitting the rest. Before we go, a quick word about maintaining your Quick Step floor in tip-top condition. For the floor's first cleaning after installation, vacuum thoroughly, then wash with just water and Quick Step Clean. Repeat the cleaning until the cleaning water stays clean. Once the Quick Step Livyn floor is in place, the protective polyurethane coating of the wear layer means that there is no need for special treatment. For regular cleaning, you can simply use a broom, a microfiber cloth, a vacuum cleaner, or mop with Quick Step Clean.